Hi there. If you just came from my free fertility pattern quiz, and if you have PMS, irritability, breast tenderness, mood swings, and irregular cycles, just starting with this, and you're struggling to get pregnant, this video is for you. Most doctors will tell you that all these symptoms, they're just hormones, not to worry about it. But in my world of traditional Chinese medicine, holistic fertility practice, this is not just hormones. This leads to a specific pattern that we call in traditional Chinese medicine liver depression qi stagnation. That's a fancy name, but let's talk about it. It's one of the most common patterns that I see in women who are trying to conceive and they feel stuck. The good news, it's one of the easiest patterns to improve pretty quickly once you know exactly what to do. Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Gina Terinoni, and I'm your egg quality expert. I have helped over 2,000 women and couples to get pregnant by identifying their fertility pattern first and using these exact steps that I'm going to go through in this video to help them release stagnation. I want to help you to do that as well so you can get pregnant and have a healthy baby. Let's look at liver qi stagnation. So it's like a garden where all the pathways are blocked. If you picture the garden, water can't flow, air's not circulating properly, and everything feels kind of stuck and constricted. You can literally feel this in your body. In Chinese medicine, the liver is responsible for pushing blood flow, oxygen, fluids throughout the body. Now, when you're stressed or frustrated or you feel emotionally constrained, the liver physically can become stagnant and it lags behind on some of its responsibilities. The key signs are PMS, especially irritability, breast tenderness, and irregular menstrual cycles or painful leading up to the day when you finally do have your menstrual bleed, just feeling stuck and frustrated. And then often it's combined with a pattern that focuses on gut health. So you can have digestive issues, bloating, gas, especially around ovulation or leading up to the period and even the first few days or 1 or 2 or more days of your menstrual flow. Sometimes it's loose stool. Sometimes if there's dampness involved, there's loose stool or there's alternating constipation. That's a combined pattern. I'm not going to talk as much about combined because we want to focus in on the liver and what to do about it. I want to talk about some of the mistakes that I see that are very common when women have liver qi stagnation. And the first mistake is trying to control your way out of stress. I do this, I've done this, and this was one of my main patterns early on. Women with liver qi stagnation often try to manage their stress by becoming more organized, more disciplined, and more controlling of their environment, of their days, of their lives. And the liver, it's interesting, right? The liver needs more freedom. The liver craves flexibility and flow. So when we hold things rigidly, it's going to get stuck and not perform correctly. So trying to perfect your way out of stagnation makes it worse. More control equals more tension in the body, and this leads to the liver stagnating and not doing what it needs to do. The second mistake that I see is suppressing or ignoring emotions. Now, this is very common with women that are high achievers. I'm just going to say that. Let's all admit it. But many women, and this can be a cultural pattern, honestly. Many women with this pattern have learned to push things down, push down difficult emotions. Women aren't allowed to be emotional. We push down frustration, we push down anger, sadness, resentment. You may feel pride and how you stay calm and composed and everybody respects you for not losing your cool, but unexpressed emotions, these will create internal pressure that eventually is going to worsen liver stagnation. And if you're looking through the whole series of all 6 patterns that I found for fertility, then if liver qi stagnation goes unchecked, you're going to see it show up and develop into blood stasis pattern. We don't want that. If you have both, we've got strategies, okay? We can work with that. Let's look at mistake number 3, doing only calming passive practice. While meditation is amazing and rest is helpful, liver qi stagnation needs movement and it needs release. So too much passive rest without any active movement can actually make you more stagnant. Now, I'm not saying if you work really hard all week that watching a movie, you're laying on the couch, or you're having a nice night in, that's great. Do that Friday night. But Saturday is a good idea to wake up, do a flow yoga if you do yoga, go for a walk, go for a hike. What do you enjoy doing that gets your blood moving? Because that's how we work on stagnation. Sitting creates more stagnation, long-term sitting, okay? So we said that, too much passive rest, we can't do that. Your liver needs to move, not just calm it, but we also need the calming. It's a delicate balance. We don't want to rely on one or the other. We don't want this chi, the energy, to stay stuck. So you need practices, and even dancing and shaking those vibration plates. Shake that bad juju out, get it out. I'm going to draw you a garden with pathways. So we're going to have a pathway. I'm just going to draw a big one. Don't worry if you can't see the whole thing. I will show it to you. So here's your pathway. And this is you walking along, right? And then all of a sudden, what's going to happen? With liver stagnation, we're going to just do my same analogy is there's trees, there's leaves that are falling. When everything is flowing nice and smoothly along your path, and green is the color of liver, but it's not showing up as easily. There we go. When everything is smooth, these leaves just blow off. But when you're stuck and stagnant and the oxygen, the airflow is not moving, you're going to start getting twigs. You're going to get leaves that are just kind of blocking. You're going to get a log that's going to fall and prevent you from maybe hiking further. You're going to get obstacles. Okay, so we want to clear that out with movement. Move. We got to move the obstacles. And then we've got pressure, right? So maybe there's a big, all of a sudden out of nowhere, there's a giant boulder and you're, do I climb over that? No, what you're going to do is breath work and you're going to journal. So I'll just put breath. I don't like to say breathe, but for short. You're going to breathe, you're going to journal, you're going to move the chi. Move it out, okay? Because right now you're like, this is going to take you 2 or 3 hours to get through this hike when this should be like 5 minutes. Now, we need to restore the flow of oxygen so we can move the blood through. Now, what we're going to do is eat healthy food. And even stronger is herbs, herbal medicine. You're going to start targeting that for the specific blockages that you have. Now, if you've got emotional frustration, there's specific herbs for that. If you've got physical, like endometriosis is more blood stasis, but that also built up from qi stagnation, then we've got specific herbs for that. But as far as food goes, you're going to want to do cooked foods like dark leafy greens. I'm going to get into that. We've got a few things that we know we need. So that's our unhealthy. This is a stagnant womb. Now we're going to come lower. And then once we started adding in breath work, movement, herbs, food. It sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. Once you start lining up these daily things and triggers to remove all this, now we're back to, we can still walk even if there's leaves blowing across, but they're not preventing us from going on our pathway. Now let's talk about 3 steps to get pregnant if you have liver qi stagnation. We want to choose movement daily, and it's active movement. It releases energy and tension. So we're talking brisk walking, dancing, shaking the body, qigong. I teach qigong as well. Vigorous yoga is more helpful. Kickboxing, work it out. This is more aggressive workout. Now, I have to say, I know a lot of women are working on adding weights into their regimen. If you have qi stagnation, that can create more stagnation. If you don't want to stop, I'm not telling you to totally stop the weights, but what you do need to do is combine that and make sure that's well rounded. So I wouldn't spend 60 minutes doing weights, maybe bring it down to 20 or max 30. But on either side of doing weights, you're doing something rigorous, get the blood going, movement. So you're not like, right? If we're walking or we're running or swimming, we're flowing better. So you want to match that energy that we are ready to start removing and pushing obstacles out of our way, because externally is internally, and whatever we're doing, it's impacting us on the inside. Okay, so the goal is to feel unstuck. So for you, all of our liver qi stagnation folks, 30 to 40 minutes daily minimum. Absolute minimum would be, look, I'm really tired, I worked a lot this week, then 20-minute walk, let it go. Shake your body, shake your arms. Do that if you just have a few minutes, but I've got very specific things that are inside my eggquality method course. You definitely want to check it out. One thing I can say about that course is that after you take the fertility pattern quiz, whether you've already taken it, it's in there again, but you can take that monthly and see how you're improving, because you're going to switch. Your pattern will start improving, and then maybe one of your secondary patterns needs to move up to the primary position to focus on. Okay, step 2, we already talked about this. We have to express emotions, finding healthy outlets, journaling, talking to a therapist even, talking to your best friend, crying, watching a sappy movie, cry it out. Expressing frustration through movement or sound, or if you play music, is a great way to soothe the liver, is what we call it. So your emotions need to move through you, not stay stuck. And this is a thing, if you have a difficult time expressing yourself, then take a communications course or go to therapy with your spouse so you can not hold all that in, or resentment, or just things that you're like, that irks me. We don't want that to stay in the body. And so it's a good thing to just express it. And then we're like, okay, we dealt with that. Now we can move on. I have so many notes on the liver because it's so important. It stores our blood, it releases. If we're stuck, it's not releasing properly, and it just wreaks havoc on the rest of the body. Next, we want to look at eating liver supportive foods at every single meal. And once you get the sheets and you look through the foods, you just take those at the grocery store or on your phone. Those are in the eggquality method course. Then you say, okay, you don't have to look at them as these are my liver foods. These are just foods that are going to help my fertility journey. Citrus fruits are excellent for the liver. Lemon, so you can make lemon water every day. Orange and grapefruit, they're very strong. If you have digestive issues, you'll see that when you take the quiz, that there's different ways to combine working on both patterns. So if you don't get an upset stomach to lemon, then obviously that's going to be fine for you. But leafy greens, especially bitter greens like arugula, dandelion, but I also really like kale, but all of it should be cooked. Now arugula, I know, but I do eat warmed arugula. You definitely want to make things easier on your digestion. If you don't have any dampness or digestive or gut issues, then you can have salad, but I would say have it after your cooked main meal. I wouldn't eat that before you eat a big thing of protein or vegetables, okay? And then fresh herbs like mint, basil, cilantro are really good for liver. You can add those to your lemon water or just regular water. And then we really want to focus on foods with pungent flavors like onions, garlic, radishes really break up stagnation. They all help release stagnation from the inside out. Herbal medicines, that is the primary, that is the fastest way to address liver qi stagnation. You will start feeling well. I would say most women feel well within a few weeks, if not a shorter period of time, when they start taking specific liver qi stagnation. Now, I'm not saying one herb. We have different formulas for different levels of stagnation. And I do have specific recommendations in the egg quality method course for that. There are several, if not dozens of formulas that work on liver stagnation. Taking these 3 steps, this is the key to start releasing liver qi stagnation. You can start these today. Don't overwhelm yourself because you want to make sure that you still continue. Pick one thing today that you want to start working on. Maybe you're going to drink lemon juice or lemon water. Maybe now you're going to start doing yoga. If you're lifting weights, you're like, okay, I need to do yoga after I lift weights because you want to smooth out that liver energy. The most important part is understanding your unique hormonal pattern. That's what we did here. We took the quiz. Now we know what we need to focus on. Now you can ignore all those ads for all the random supplements that have nothing to do with your pattern, because that's what happens. Women start throwing spaghetti at the wall and then we get frustrated that they're not working, but nobody's really breaking it down like this. I'm breaking this down for you. If you haven't taken the quiz, comment quiz below. But if you have taken the quiz and you're like, I am ready for that egg quality method course, then say Bloom, BLOOM, in the comments below. And I'm going to send you the link. You can read more about what's included in that. And if you're ready to learn, if you feel like I already have liver stagnation, I've got another pattern, whether it's a dried up pattern or it's a deplete, vacuous pattern, I'm releasing all 6 of these videos so you can go through them, but definitely take the pattern, follow those recommendations, then go into the egg quality method course. That is the next step. You are all set. Let's get rid of that liver stagnation.